Hello everyone, I'm so glad you are here for this video. It's about operating system, the foundational chapter in the ITE 152 course. Even if you are using a laptop or a smartphone, tablet or a server, all of these devices, the digital devices, they have an operating system. And today we will explore what is the operating system and how it's work and what are the types of those operating system, and we will work through hand-on tasks and you can apply those tasks immediately. So let's jump in this chapter, which is the operating system lesson. You will have around 25 pages, and everyone from you need to take the lesson. Okay, take the lesson, which means you open the lesson and you start reading this one, and after that you will find something called let me try. Okay, using let me try you will see some simulator, and it will ask you to do some questions, but this is depend on your syllabus and depend on your professor. So you need to ask your professor if let me try is requirement or something else, because usually we have three buttons: show me, guide me, and let me try. But most of us as a professor, we use let me try as a requirement. Show me and guide me is optional. But again, this is depend on your professor and depend on your syllabus. So if it's required, it will be counted as a point for you. So you need to check that with your professor, okay? So each lesson has different titles and different pages, and each lesson have also a let me try where you will try it, and at the end you will get some points after you do let me try for all of the titles. Also, in each week, we will have a quiz for the lesson, and in every week also we will have a discussion. So every week we have a let me try lesson, we have a quiz, and we have a discussion. Some weeks we will have a project, okay, for Word, PowerPoint, and Excel spreadsheet. So also those project is depend on your professor, so you need to ask them which project you have to work on. But for this week you have, or for this chapter, let's say, again, it's also depends on the weeks, if you are 15-week or 7-week course or 10-week course. So all of those also depend on the on your syllabus and your course. But in general, every chapter, I don't want to say every week, every chapter you have a lesson, let me try lesson, and you have a quiz and a discussion, and some of those chapters will have a project. Okay, so in each chapter, as I told you, you need to read the lesson. And the good thing here in this version of book, you can ask the lesson to read like a screen reader for you. So
desktop operating systems.
as you see, the book can also read it for you. And also this platform have, when you select any paragraph and you click in this icon, it's a translator, so you can translate to 19 different language. All languages include Germany, French, Hindi, Arabic, and all of those languages you can translate to. Okay, so in this chapter we will talk about operating system types and some settings that we can do for operating system. The operating system is a software, okay? But it's the main software that you need to download on the hardware. Without operating system, hardware is useless. Just imagine that you go to Best Buy, for example, or Amazon or Walmart or wherever you buy your laptop. If you did not download the operating system, your laptop is nothing. Okay, so the operating system is the main software that we need to have it to interact with the hardware. So it's mainly, we can say it's a bridge that connects you with the hardware. It's a translator that translates your typing on the keyboard to the machine language where the hardware can understand and respond to you. So the operating system is used to handle input-output devices like keyboard, mouse, screen. Also it's used to manage files and memory. We use it also to run software applications. Any device cannot run without operating system, but they can run without applications. Applications like what? Here we have some applications. It's dependent on your device. So for example, here I have Zoom, I have Google Chrome. Those are applications, right? I have Microsoft Edge as a browser. I have Adobe, I have PowerPoint and Word. Also, I have Anaconda, where Anaconda is something that we use as a programmers. If you are a graphic designer, you will have Photoshop or Illustrator. So the type of the application, it's depend on you, your major, okay? Any device can run without any other applications, but they cannot run without operating system, okay? Now, what are the types of the operating system? We have a lot of types. In this book, we will talk about Microsoft Windows, which is Windows 11, and also we will talk about Mac or Macintosh from Apple. So those are operating systems for devices, for laptops. We have operating system for tablets. We have also other operating system for smartphones like Android and OS. And also we have some operating system that runs only on servers like Linux, Unix, and Windows Server. There is another kind of operating system, it's called embedded operating system, that runs only for specific devices like the ATM machine. It have an operating system, but that one is embedded just for that machine. So this is the meaning of operating system. Mainly, when we talk about operating system, we talk about desktop operating system or laptop, and then mobile operating system, servers operating systems. Okay? Now, when you move between the lessons or the title page, you will see some stuff. So for example, here they are talking about mobile operating system, and they said that we have the iOS and we have the Android. Just go through those lessons one by one, and for each lesson, don't forget to do the let me try, okay? Most of the lesson, we will talk about some settings that you can do for your operating system, and most of these settings you will reach out from two places, from control panel, okay? So you type control panel, or you can reach it from something called settings. So from settings, you can change a lot of things like the display, the sound. From display also you can change the monitor size, monitor resolution, and also background. You can change a lot of things. From personalization also you can change the background, the color, the themes, and a lot of things. From accounts, you can add new accounts to your device or remove some of them. Add some permission to that account, make it with a full permission or low permission. So we can do a lot of things from here. Also, from printers and scanners, you can add some printers and scanner, or from add device. Okay, so all of those are settings that we wanna cover in this chapter. Why should I care about all of this? Because understanding how to navigate and how to use operating system is very important for you in future, as also as a student. So help you to solve a problem faster and make you more efficient at school and at work. Also, it's prepare you for technical rules like IT help desk or office administrator, secretary, or data entry jobs. Okay. Now, before we wrap up, here we have, I want you to do this for this week. Before we start our lesson, I want you to try to explore your own operating system settings and try to change your background or resolution, which is from settings. So if you go to settings, and from settings go to personalization, you can change the background. And there is another place I want you to find it, which I already showed you before. It's about changing the background resolution. Also, I want you to do another thing. I want you to think about what operating system or phones or laptops are using for. Like why we have operating system in our laptops or phone. I want you also to complete whatever your professor asks you to do for this lesson, quiz, discussion, let me try, or anything, another thing that your professor asks you to do. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question, reach out anytime to me or your professor, and keep exploring the operating system. Stay curious, and see you next lesson. Bye.